Well, greetings folks. We're off to KNUTSFORD this morning. Lovely town in wherever it is, Cheshire. And it's famed for a bit of a mixture actually, which I'm hoping to try and find some Italianate architecture, as well as Tudor and Georgian. It's rather infamous, I suppose, as being the town where they tried Alan Turing, you know, the famous code breaker, and a couple of, I suppose, famous residents. There's Gary Barlow lives in KNUTSFORD, and also Barbara Knox. She played Rita in Coronation Street, and it's also, I suppose, got a little bit of a legacy with regards to some rather colourful MPs over the years, should I say, including the rather eccentric, you've probably seen them on the minor television stations, Neil Hamilton. Yes, he was MP there for a while. Also, sorry, can I mention George Osborne? And also Martin Bell, the white-suited former newscaster. And the current MP is Esther McVeigh, who I'm delighted to say I met. And she's quite a nice lady, so much so that I didn't pay any attention to what she was talking about. Let's get on. This is Piccadilly, by the way. Let's get on the train. Well, as you can see, we've arrived in KNUTSFORD. The Nut is in KNUTSFORD. And it's famous, of course, I forgot to mention, it's famous for Elisabeth Gaskill, who wrote Cranfell. That was her big novel. And I'm going to see if I can find her house, but I'm just going to wander aimlessly around like I do usually, you know, no planning involved. I've just seen over just to the left here. Yes, I've spied the parish church, so I'll wander down in that direction. Although I have to be honest, as you look up towards you can just see behind the yellow, I hope you can see that, just behind the thing with the yellow on top, some sort of wonderful colonnaded building. So we'll go and have a look anyway. Goodness me, even the cinemas here in KNUTSFORD are posh. And the start of the town council, very nice building. And they're looking to the past, the present and the future. Well, that doesn't leave many options, does it? Unless you have a TARDIS. I just see a blue plate up here. Let's have a quick look and see what that's all about. It's the former prison house of the governor. And there's a plaque there unveiled by Her Royal Highness the Princess Margaret, Countess of Snowdon. As we look away, we can see the council offices are, well, we don't see many council offices like that, do we? All very pleasant. Nice little garden. And a memorial in the middle. We'll have a look at that now as we go along. The cherry blossom seems to be cherry blossoming. Isn't it lovely? What lovely weather. And just, you can see the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. And hopefully not a clod in the town. But we'll have a look as we go along. Let's see what this memorial has to say for itself. And it's, as usual, dedicated to the fallen of KNUTSFORD, lest we forget. Well, they seem to have forgotten to tidy that one up a bit, looking a bit sad. And we're coming up to the courthouse. I presume it's the former courthouse, because it says it's part of the Flat Cap collection, which I hardly think it's going to be by gum people. They're normally these, I won't say pompous, that's not very fair, but these flowers in their wigs, handing out sentences. Not too long, I hope the sentences are, because most of the people can't really read long sentences. And we'll head off into the court. It's quite big, the court. You know? Anyone want to buy it, actually? I wonder will they take 20p for it? I don't think so. It's a rather fine building to have been turned into an eating and drinking establishment. And that's the way down to the town centre. And as I turn around from this eating establishment, I see St. John the Baptist, KNUTSFORD Parish Church. Very nice this too. Let's go and have a look. I have a suspicion it's not open, but apparently this is the dead centre of KNUTSFORD. Sorry, awful joke, but someone has to do it. And Wonderful old buildings all around. This is the L&F. Very, very impressive. Don't know what L&F means. Haven't a clue. Lunch and food, or laughter and food, or something and food. Anyway, we're approaching the parish church, as signified by the English flag flying. Presumably more middle class, and there's not any of the greenery type people objecting to them flying a British flag, or an English flag, should I say, seeing that we're in England. And there we go. Let's see if we can get entry. Oh, there's a nice thing to have attached to your house. I'll swing round and have a look at the church here. Happy Easter to all our customers. That's a very unusual designation. Oh, somebody may be knocking on the door. 'Tis me, but nobody's letting me in. And the view is very pleasant, I must say. We'll head down the steps, taking care not to fall over. Whoops, sorry, bit of camera shake there. I do apologize. And it's all very nice and, well, it's very nice and quiet, actually. Still the church ground. We can see all the old headstones around the sides. Oh, crikey. And, oh, the stolen lamb. Somebody get a policeman. Ah, closer inspection of the stolen lamb. Well, there's a chapel there, a chapel of ease it's called, until 1744. Yes, I know, nearly 5:45. You know, listen, Corn is my middle name. While it very much oozes a certain middle classness, we have an Irish pub, and it's sitting next to the Cross Keys. We always get a Cross Keys somewhere, don't we? This brings back memories from years ago. We had some afternoon tea there on a Sunday following a wedding we came down to. This is, of course, for all intents and purposes, the main street. And we can see the Gaskill Tower, and that's dedicated to Elisabeth Gaskill. Gosh, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. That's a right mixture of a building. There's the Heritage Centre in there, up to Tower Gate and Church View. That's all very sort of Alfred Hitchcocky, isn't it? Oh, oh. Not too sure where it goes, but we'll have a look. As we climb these stairs, it's certainly got a very sort of middle class Englishness about it, and quite old, as we say, a lot of Italianate, which I've yet to discover, architecture. And, well, we'll just keep wandering around as I do, aimlessly as ever. Just sit back and enjoy. A load of inscriptions in there. I won't waste your time by trying to read them. It's KNUTSFORD Urban District Council offices. That's the ones that are below the Gaskill Tower, stretching up there to the heavens. And some nice flowers as well. Can't beat a bit of flowerage. And on the edge of the building, you can't read about Egbert, first king of all England, 827, and Ethelwulf, 829. And that's beside a Tudor-looking Rose and Crown pub. Even Boots looks somewhat reasonable. And on the opposite side to Boots, we've got a very greenified Gusto Italian restaurant with P.R. Jones, the watchmaker, and Mowgli. Yes, there are a few of the multinationals, is that what you call them, knocking around. And another little snicket. Silk Mill Street goes to the market. We'll see if we can see the market. We've got Waterstones beside Smokehouse and Cellar. Quite imposing buildings. This little piece of decor introduces you to the Smokehouse and Cellar. Bit of a mixture there with modern blocky type things. And it was the Royal George Hotel formerly the Georgian Dragon. And, a gentleman's just said it was very good in its day. In its day. Thank you very much, sir. I had to say, take a second look with that gentleman who just told me about the George Hotel being good in its day. He looked an awful lot like Whispering Bob Harris from the BBC. Plain and simple kitchens are located in a very Italianate building altogether. And the refurbished office suites are to let, should anybody wish to come down to. You can hear yet another jet ahead. If anyone wishes to come to Knutsford, there you go. Rent an office space. And some Tudor stuff. King Street Kitchen and Willow and Morgan Edwards for fine wines and spirits. Some more up there. Architecturally quite a mix, but we've got a couple of carbuncles there, but that's to be expected anywhere. But quite a nice mixture. And I've just spied a sign saying Heritage Centre, which is across the road, but sadly closeted. And there's Minchell Street, a little bit different to, I think, in Manchester, and the Angel Hotel. Angels. Robbie Williams, we did say that Gary Barlow lives at Gary Barlow. Aperture. I wonder are they open? Do you get it? Sorry, only if you're a photographer. Well, there's no reason why if you're not a photographer you shouldn't get that. It really is especially lovely to come to, as I say, a Middle England town. Well, it's Middle Cheshire town, and there's no hoodies around with their masks on, or electric bicycle people trying to knock down the pedestrians, or clueless people like me. Lots of dog owners, plenty of dog-friendly spaces. Hate the word spaces, you know what I mean. And it's just very, very pleasant, and it's helped enormously by the fact the weather is so glorious. And they've even got a marble arch. Although I don't see the roundabout, and plenty of red buses going round as they head off around London. Very pleasant. You could almost be in the countryside. Sorry, we are. Just seen a blue plate, quick. Like a fly too. Anyway, Marble Arch, it was once a coaching inn known as the Mermaid, and it then became the Angel before it moved to the opposite side of the street. Well, fair enough. Thank you for telling me. And I see Giovanni's. You want a pizza? An unusual use for a telephone box. A defibrillator. Well, there's another one over there. And a real-life post box as well. What more could you want? Goodness me. And we're coming up to another repurposed, I hate that word, another building, Cotswold. The Cotswold Company. Well, I'm sure we're all familiar with those. They're housed in a rather nice-looking Vicky building, and across the road, this rather imposing townhouse. There's a bit of extra added on the top, and it's called Tatton Court. And of course, we've got the famous Tatton Estate. Is not too far. Very, very big tourist draw just down the road. And some, a bit of an Art Deco sort of leftover bit there. And some nice cottages as we come to the end of this part of the town. Absolutely lovely. Just noticed rambling back. Very unusual balcony. Romeo, where art the door to get in and to get out of the houseth? And that's a view down the other way of the main street. Well, I call it the main street. It's probably not the main street, but just go with me on this because I'm ignorant. Unusual concept there, a museum in the street. Well, this is very pleasant, very nice. There's shop after shop, all independents, which is lovely to see. And I wonder, are we going to get any misspelt names here, I wonder? You know, you get a partner's salon and a chiropractor there if you've got back trouble. And just including that for clarity. Oh, sorry. And something nicely called Moongrove Cottage as we walk up here, slap bang in the middle of Middle England. Innovations and crystal tips. Is anybody old enough to wonder if her brother Alistair's around? Do you remember that programme? And then we have a Tudory style thing here called Thimble Cottage. And very nice it is too. And Squirrel's Hollow. Knutsford's known for its May Day parade, an annual one it has every year. And nearby is something called the Gauntlets Bird of Prey, which houses over 180 birds of prey. I don't know with that being Cheshire if they're social influenzas or not, I'm not too sure. But if they've not got big lips and funny coloured hair and tattoos and bits of metal in their faces, well, they're birds of prey. And at 8.5 metres tall, the world's biggest wickets, they're sort of crickety type sticks in the ground, are somewhere. I don't know if I'll manage to find them, but we'll have a wander around and see anyway. Oh, and during World War II, forgot to tell you, General George Patton, he had a little stay here during World War II when he was planning whatever he was planning, his Trump-esque type of destruction of the Germans, I presume. There we go. If you want to book the penthouse, you can book now. And I presume that's the penthouse? Oh, well, okay. Each to their own. The lack of banks, so symptomatic of smaller towns, seems to be catered for here by a rather large post office banking hub, housed in a very nice building. Ready for a sing-song? It's just the bare necessity. No, I'll stop. I don't want to break your screens. I don't want to knock Knutsford, but as you return back, the Gaskill Tower certainly is a rather imposing thing in the middle of all the otherwise erstwhile wonderful architecture around. Oh, I've just seen somebody walk past with some wonderful purchased teeth, and it reminds me that the tall, football-y type character with the appalling teeth, Peter Crouch, lives here in Knutsford. You'll be thrilled to hear. I was thrilled to hear. In fact, I'm ecstatic. Absolutely. Let's wander up here and see if the market is open. I love me markets, I do. Very disappointed so far, actually. I've not seen one misspelt shop top, and I've not seen my spoons either yet. We'll keep looking. And in this charming type of cottage thing, there's Marjorie Hurst. She was the first. She didn't like bratwurst. She lived here. Anyway, we'll see if we can onwards and forwards to the market. Oh, lovely little dwellings. Although I'm not too sure that with there being a car park there and signs for the market, I'd be too keen to live there. And I see here, have you paid and displayed? There's exactly, or precisely, 4 parking spaces. Oh dear me, parasitism off the motorist, I'm sorry. Oh there, 1997, Grange Court, the charity of Marjorie Hurst. Jolly good, Marge. Well, there's a nice Knutsfordian Aston Martin. Sort of car I wouldn't buy with my lottery winnings. This is all a little bit brutal. Oh, 6 Knutsford. You can hear possibly in the background. Oh, there we are, look. There we go. Off on their holidays. 6 Knutsford seems to be quite nice. Oh, and I've just spied the market hall. Let's have a wander up and see what they're marketizing. It's, I presume it's open. Yes, it is. Definitely open. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's only a small little one, but I think, is it a market hall as opposed to a market? I don't know. I think it is. Yeah, it's just a small little market, bit of a mixture. In a market hall, so it's more market hall than market. Ah, there used to be a group, I think, if I'm not mistaken, called a guy called Gerald. Well, this is where Gerald's of Knutsford, I don't know if there's any relation or not. And oh, a gambling den. Oh, right, we seem to have hit another secondary main street, a more modern one. There's not much into the sun, apologies for the sun. Oh, smoke, had smoking, man. And, oh, post office van. And Chiquinos, oh, say no more. Oh, we'll wander up this way. Let's see what it reveals. Slightly more commercial. We've got a well-known estate agent and a coffee shop, and NFU, well, that stands for no use, doesn't it, I suppose, as are most of the unions nowadays. And there's a lovely, very old cuckoo, very old. Might be wrong, that looks very Tudoresque and original. And oh, I've just seen look, now that's where we're heading to Gale's Bakery. That's where we'll have a bite of lunch. And it's all in, I think that's a bit fake mock. Well, fake and mock are the same thing, but Tudery. But I have to go to Gale's just to annoy all the flag-waving maggots that are on the streets still. Yes, 19 Princess Street in Knutsford is where Gale's are located. Get yourself down there if you live in Knutsford for a nice cup of tea and a bit of bakery stuff. And just coming across TG Dones, which for those of you unfamiliar, they took over W.H. Smith. Exactly the same inside, but what's interesting to me is the blue plate. Let's have a look. There we go. It's Cranfell character, the fictional home of Miss Matty. Well, living in a W.H. Smith's, each to their own. Ah yes, this brings back memories. That particular Sunday we came for the wedding, we tried to get in down here for lunch, and you couldn't move for people. It seems X marks the spot. Look, I found a name. I found a name, Jack's. I wonder, do these people realise that Jack's is a euphemism for toilet in Ireland? Sure, I'm going to the Jack's. Keep me space, I'm going to the Jack's. Oh, it has to be an upmarket place. Look, a double-fronted Savills. And not only a double-fronted Savills, but a real butcher's. I'll just keep the camera still so you can take a screenshot of what a real butcher looks like. Oh, goodness me, in a barber shop. Not as in cut your hair, but yes, you can tell you're in Green Welly country. And I suppose up here signifies the fact that we're coming to a bit of more modern day brutalism, which we've seen has been noticeably absent in the town thus far. Oh yeah, and the Sainsbury's local in the bottom. Well, oh goodness, this is lowering the tone a bit. Oh, there's a nice building up there. Oka. Although opposite the 1960s type brutalism, or was it 50s, Tatton Street. As I mentioned before, that goes down to Tatton and presumably Tatton Park, which, if you do come up this direction, Tatton Park is very well worth a visit. I thought people were laughing me out of sympathy, but I forgot I'm wearing one of my ridiculous t-shirts, one of my I should know better t-shirts. Would you like a look? Go on, have a look. Yes, I can't resist. Oh, the White Bear is a very traditional, nice looking house of alcohol. Very nice. I wonder, is there a blue plate? Because it looks quite spectacularly old. No, it seems there isn't one. And that's the road to Warrington and Manchester with Oka opposite, as you can see. Fine old building. Yes, the Knutsford Tapestry. It's a 40-foot long tapestry that was created by several thousand residents all living together. Sorry, there's a lorry going past and I can't be bothered redoing it. I know, dedication. There's a mystical looking vape lounge, but this one I don't get. I love Caft. I'm not too sure what that's all about. The sponsors of my autobiography, what I'm writing. Yes, who wants to read about it? Completely unknown like me, but it's nearly finished. Just dotting the I's and crossing the T's. With it being ostensibly, I suppose you could say, Holiday Tuesday immediately following Easter, it's not as busy as I thought it would be. Yes, if you're driving a car, well, that's how you get around using cars, you won't find a parking space in Knutsford on the high streets at the moment anyway. They're all fighting to put their Cheshire tractors in place. But I'm surprised, as I say, because the Heritage Centre is, I just put it back again, it's closed. and I wanted to have a look at the incredible tapestry that they have here. No, sadly I picked a day when it was well and truly closed, so we'll have to come back another time. There's the Heritage Centre gate if you fancy. And just here by the Silk Rooms, we have Royal Academy of Arts founder who lived here. Oh, say no more. Sit, step, sip, in, back, up. No, I'm afraid you got that wrong. They're not boots, they're air conditioning units. The only thing I will say is the paths in Knutsford take some negotiating. I mean, there's my feet, the width of the path, and well, oh, you can hear car alarm being ignored in the background. Hello, madam. You seem a bit headless. Never mind. Oh, I have a novel way of 50% off food. Just give a half a portion. Boom, boom. Oh gosh, an even narrower path. Just 1 foot wide. Interesting to see how this perambulating person manages on the extremely wide paths here. Goodness me, it's busy in Knutsford and it's just coming up to 1 o'clock. Wow. Oh, I thought it said Tatton Park. Never mind, we'll go down and have a look, shall we? I spy some water down below. Let's go and have a look and see what this body of water might be. I'm going in that direction anyway. Well, of course I am. Otherwise, you'd be seeing behind me. Ah, there we go. An E back to front. What more do we want? East Cheshire Hospice. Knutsford shop. Ah, just pardon me for a moment. I'll interrupt the video and go in and give them a tenner. The Dental Studio Knutsford and Day Spa. That's a bit of a mixture. Anyway, we're coming down to the little park area. Ah, nice body of water. Oh, and there's something you don't see very often. Little gully of water by the main road. Oh, well, I say the road, not the main road. Ah, it seems to be called the Moor. Oh, and lovely it is too. Big playground area for the kids. And, as they say, this little body of water, and of course I've got no duck food, or goose food, or whatever type of food the attacking birds require. And over the moor we've got a banking aeroplane, which I hope you can see. Yes, airplane spotting. Lovely outdoor amenity. Oh, that's unusual. Normally it's a bag of dog poop, but this time it's a taste of difference loaf of bread. Yes, it's officially the Moor. Oh, there's somebody I know who this wouldn't welcome. He doesn't live too far from me. No idling. No, I'm not saying that he's not working or anything. Well, he's not actually, but won't go into that. Not that it worries me in the least, but I've not seen one of the Green Party's tactical voters from Gorton walking around, if you know what I mean. But I won't go any further than that. It's just a lovely day. What can you say? Well, just what I said. It's a lovely day. I was told to nip along and have a look at the Gaskill Gateway, which is what I'm doing now. This is it. I'm so much better for Knutsford. Partly air, partly quiet, partly being by myself, and a good piece of every day. Nice message. I'm just beginning to wonder here by any chance, will Festus come out onto the balcony and supervise the workers collecting the cotton? Yeah, I know, awful. Oh, I owe my local youths in Bolton an apology. There's some lovely lads chucking bottles of water around. It happens everywhere. This is all very pleasant. Reminds you a bit like Portmeirion in Wales. And it continues here with this sort of open running stream thing outside the door. I wonder if it makes the properties in any way damp. And on the edge of the moor, the perfect setting for the Brussels sprout hut. The first Knutsford scout group. Jolly good hut as well. We never had anything like that. But then I didn't live in Knutsford growing up, did I? Oh, it seems I can walk to Mobberley if I wanted to. But if I walked to Mobberley, I'd end up being wobbly. Ah, we've come out having done the full circle. Back unintentionally to the train station. Ah, the Knutsford Public Free Library has been converted into a Knutsford Day Nursery. 1904, that building dates to, and you can just see hiding around behind an Aldi, soon to be selling do-it-yourself £400 solar panels that you allegedly plug into your domestic plug, 3-pin plug, and it cleverly switches on and off. Although they do say you've got to have about 3 or 4 of them to make any susceptible difference to your electricity bill at home. So don't all rush out and buy them. Goodness me, Knutsford's a busy little place. Look at the traffic going all ways. Which you can probably hear planes going overhead. Ah, Brook Street Chapel. No unauthorized entry between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Oh, and the authoress, Mrs. Gaskill, was buried here. Will we be able to have a quick look? Yes, it seems we can. So we'll have a quick wander up and see what this is like. It's a lovely old building. Look at that. A little bit of proper architecture. Sorry about the wobbling. I nearly fell off the steps then. This is very pleasant. Goodness me, 1747, 1780. Wow. And they lived to ripe old age as well, 84 and 90. I know being a cemetery is not meant to be delightful, but very serene, and with all the traffic going past. As I said before, I always find this rather spooky when they turn sort of grave markings into steps. Maybe if they turn steps into graves. No, I won't go there. Lovely little garden. As I keep, sorry about jogging the camera, I keep tripping up because I'm not looking where I'm going. And this, it seems, is the burial spot of authoress Elisabeth Gaskill. This is something that really annoys me, well, irritates me, is aside from the importation of super and awesome and like and kinda like, when they have small little conjunctions and other words capitalized, that's an American import we can do without. Adams Court, built in 1989. I wouldn't like to live there with all this traffic coming past all the time. Not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. Goodness me, talk about duck your head. I'm just standing and you can see that it's about 2 inches above the door, above my head. It's tagged on to the 1885 Brook Street Chapel Hall, which is not only a place of interest, but a heritage site. But sadly all closed up, so I can't go in and have a nosy. I've just spied, I don't know if you can see them correctly, but roughly centre picture, they're not pine cones, they're blooming weapons. Well, according to my altimeter on my phone, we're 40 meters elevated, so I don't know what King Canute is waiting for. I don't think the tide comes up this high in Cheshire. Yes, cheerio, Knutsford. See you next time. Well, there you go. One's flying visit to Knutsford. Unfortunately, couldn't get into the Heritage Centre, couldn't get into the place of interest, and couldn't get into the parish church. All closeted, but never mind. Listen, hope you enjoyed my little quick flying trip around this wonderful little town. And if you get the chance, yes, do pop in, why not? Nice little bit of Middle England where you can just do your own thing, sort of undisturbed. So until next time, take care and be well. Thank you for watching, by the way. Just as a quick postscript, I've come back through Manchester, and this is just the outskirts. Well, it's not really the outskirts. It's not far from Crackadilly's Gardens in the centre, but it is so busy. My goodness. And just a quick look at the famous Crackadilly Gardens I mentioned to you. Everybody out having a good old sun, and why not? Right, thank you for watching. Bye bye.